All right, everyone. Got you another Carlos Oswita thread. He posts an article from John Nolte in Breitbart, in which Nolte says that Trump's daily briefing should be open to alternative media sources and not just the mainstream press. Carlos Oswita responds, I understand the frustration, but Donald Trump knows what he's doing here. Jim Acosta is Trump's best media ally. From the Breitbart article from Nolte, quote, the White House press corps are only interested in laying blame and in asking the same gotcha questions over and over and over. Worse still, too many of them are legitimately stupid. The media are berating the president as opposed to looking to inform an increasingly stressed out public. Then there are the heckling and interruptions, which seem designed to ensure the public is not told certain things. End quote. Yes, but the public sees this. Every day we watch a movie in which the protagonist is attacked relentlessly by antagonists who have no redeeming features. Trump's presentations give us all the information we need. The press is simply destroying itself. There are lots of different ways in which horror movies can be structured. Today, every horror movie relies fully on jump scares. They also have way too much exposition, verbal explanations. Trump wanted to be a film director, so he's created a horror movie different from any other ever made. Technically, it's a movie franchise. Most movies had 3 acts that form an arc. First act, we meet the protagonist, and the groundwork is laid for the crisis. Second act, the crisis occurs, and the protagonist seems doomed. Third act, the protagonist overcomes the crisis and emerges victorious. We've had a few movies that brilliantly subvert the 3-act formula. The Andromeda Strain is one. Trump's movie begins with the crisis. The antagonists, the press, portray Trump as incompetent with blood on his hands. But little by little, the audience realizes that Trump is playing the antagonists by allowing them to expose themselves. Jim Acosta is the ringleader and the least self-aware. We gradually see that the antagonists, who began the movie with all the advantages, are much weaker than the protagonist. The movie ends with the antagonists not knowing that they destroyed themselves. Trump is now treating them with the open contempt they deserve, and they have no defenses. He cuts short their questions and mocks their rigidity. Millions of Americans watch these press conferences. They don't watch CNN anymore. Trust the Trump. He's facilitating the death of the mainstream press. Note my recent experience with a Trump hater showed me that these people are seriously mentally ill. They're incapable of controlling themselves. And they've reversed the dynamic. The press are seen as uncouth and coarse. It'll take the Trump skeptics a while to catch up with the rest of us, but they'll catch up before the election. In this movie, the audience gradually sees that the protagonist was leading the antagonists to their destruction the whole time. Old horror movies were better than today's versions. The noonday horror is the scariest, no jump scares. But the tables have turned. The antagonists were being outmaneuvered the whole time and they didn't even know it. We can thank Jim Acosta, who will never, in a million years, accept that he was mercilessly used.